Hello there, beautiful people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel and happy weekend to all of you from Bangladesh. Friday is our weekend. We call it the Jumma Day, right? So this is like good thing about weekend is it's peaceful and quiet. Its time is around 6:45, and we're going to be talking about timepiece, okay, like watches. And this is not a fragrance review, so you can skip the video if you like. I don't mind. Today there's no morning thoughts episode. I just want to talk about few watches that make me very happy, very affordable, very simple watches, not anything luxurious, but a lot of attachments for me since childhood, as well as a lot of people have not attachment, they have a feel for vintage watches, you know, like they wear, let's say at one side they wear Rolexes, you know, the expensive watches, Pateks and all, but the other side people do watch also Casio. So we're gonna be talking about Casios. So I got two watches yesterday. I had a very wonderful day yesterday, outing all day, but I got very tired. It was a very beautiful breezy day, so I'll take my time today. It's like a vlog style. So I went to meet one of my friends who does music. He's one of the best lead guitarists of Bangladesh, and we hang out a lot. We became sort of a very close friends. So I went to his place. I went out to buy a few hats, you know, but the shop was closed. So then after that I moved to like this place called Paltan in Bangladesh. There's a place in Dhaka called Paltan. There is a Chinatown shopping mall. There they have official distributor of Casios. So they carry Q&Q, Sam's, and Casio. They sell calculators, watches, clocks, you know, or you know, a lot of these gadgets and stuff, and some Seiko and all. So I went to just see them, you know, because these are my brothers. You have seen me perhaps in past. I did video from MS International. They are level 1 in Chinatown shopping mall, and they have 3 shops. One in Polwell mall, opposite side, okay, and then they have one more, I think third floor or so, new shop. So I went there just to say hi, and I did not have planned to buy anything. This month I did not buy any fragrance because it's a long holiday season, and usually the Decant page, you know, it's very slow, almost no sales. So anywhere in Bangladesh, everything is just stand still. So I just thought, you know, let's just have dinner with them. After meeting my friend, hang out for about 4 or 5 hours. We did some singing, you know, we did some catching up. We did, I think, did shisha as well. So it's man, I don't know what's the purpose of people making noise, like they making like there's a construction site in kitchen, you know. Anyway, so forget about it, you know. I will try not to be distracted, but you know, after a wonderful hangout and everything, so I left, and it was a very breezy evening. So I walked from my friend's house to that shopping mall. It's about half an hour walk. I enjoyed it. Then I went there, and then I saw a few new watches, but I did not want to buy anything. But I saw one watch, it caught my eye, which was this. I'm not going to talk about it. It's a Q&Q watch. I saw the mesh, and this is a very affordable watch. It's not even their Q&Q, you know, they have a high line, you know. I think Q&Q something, they have a more luxurious line. That one is more expensive and better built, but I don't know. I saw this, you guys tell me, you know, this is like under $20, you know. So I will talk about it. It's a Q&Q amazing watch. It's a thin watch. I don't want to mix it up with Casio, right? So I'm wearing this. Time is 6:45, and let's start. So the line I'm going to talk about today is the very famous. I do not remember this. I'm not a watch reviewer or expert, but I just show it what I wear as a customer experience. So A158W, I think that's what it's called, or A158W, however it goes. This is the classic one, the chain version, right? So this line I have got now 5 watches, and they have many other like lines. Casio now endless lines. If you talk about Casios, they have my favorite, you know, this series, okay. This is very gorgeous and expensive line. At least in my world, I don't spend more on watches. I spend on perfumes, right? So they do have the data bank type, you know. I got over time, I have many watches that was under my radar. I got them, and then perhaps the vintage watch. This one is a limited time watch. I don't know what serial and everything, but you can see, right? Then my favorite also are these ones, right? So amazing diver watches. Then the famous calculator. Someone yesterday asked me, can you show me a watch collection? Unfortunately, this house, I don't have anything organized, you know, like fragrances. You can see they are all mess. So if I actually can organize someday and have a like a proper shelf or proper you know, like display, I will share. I have about a lot of watches. I lost track. So then there's also this one from Casio. See, they have a lot of iconic watches. This is the Casio what is it called? There's a name for it, right? Casio Royal. Yeah, so this is like inspired by James Bond. I think maybe he wore it in one of the movies, right? So this was very old watch. I have a lot of memories with this, right? So also I'll show you another thing. I will review this. Oh, sorry, there's one more. There are the G-Shocks. Okay, so basically this watch I wear, you know, because it's a long video, so I'll still continue. This is very affordable watch from House of Navy Force. This is my daily drive when I walk. Okay, I wear this the most, you know. I will review this as well. This watch has been with me I think for 1 year or so, and I just absolutely love what it brings to the table. It's like very visible. I do have many watches, but this is the most beautiful to see at night. It's dark, so I will do a special episode on that. So let's start, okay, with the Casios, right? So the first one is called A158W. I'll write down all the serials in the description box, okay? So this is the one that is the most famous and not very high quality built or anything, but it's iconic. Anybody wears this, you know, with a leather jacket. Even very rich people I see, they wear this with huge collection. They just wear this. It's a small watch, and we used to wear when we were in school in 80s 90s, right? We used to wear the rubber belt version of it, the very cheap one, but like you cannot destroy that watch. The battery never goes off, and it's like mud, rain, it withstands everything, right? So for them, this was like when they grew up, like when we grew up, this was one of our dream watches, right? It will sound funny, like what's so dream watch but for this cheap watch and stuff. It can be cheap for you, but our value of this is so high, right? So this one featured like this face, okay, and it has a lot of functionalities like alarm and very weak very weak backlight, which is green. It will not show perhaps, okay? Does it show? Yeah, it shows, but in the light it will not show. It's like at the side. Yeah, the side is green, and it's like one side light. It's not good enough to see enough, but it features very like it's light, and this chain and everything, it's painful, okay? Most of this I'm going to show you out of 5. One common problem, okay? Problem means when you wear them, okay? Let's say when you're wearing this on the wrist, let's say you go like Shah Rukh Khan, ha, 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 ha. Okay, and then suddenly this thing gets stuck, you know, with the hair, and you pull like the most painful, you know. You just literally, it's a very ugly experience. And if you have very hairy arms, you know, when you try to take it off, this thing will extract some of them sometimes, so be careful, okay? This is one painful thing about these, okay? So this is how they look. I talked about this long time ago. This one has, I think, maybe a stopwatch, date functions, and 12 and 24 hours display. And this is very, I mean, a normal watch, but nothing crazy, but it does have that iconic feel. People see them from far, they recognize it, okay? So it's a watch I wear sometimes. I don't reach for it every day, but it's still remaining, you know, one of my you know, iconic watches. I really wanted this, but you can see it didn't take so much beating, okay? This thing do not age well. You'll get a lot of scratches and everything. I'll show you the one that I wore, and they do not really age well, but really, you know, nostalgia, okay? And these chains are not very good quality, but for the price, I think this is not bad, okay? So this is 158W. I'll rate this watch current market, out of all of them, I'll rate this like 7 out of 10. So the next one is the one I'll show you, my latest one in the collection. It's not very different from the one I just showed you. The next one is A168W. This is the one, okay? Let me hold them side by side, and you guys can pick up the differences if you're not, you know, picking up now, okay? This is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the illuminator, much more upgraded. This is more expensive than this, double the price of this one, okay? This one is the 168W. This one, I wanted it for a very long time. It's better built. I think the quality wise, it's a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit bigger in display. And this one, the illuminator, the light is blue. This thing, as long as you hold, it will not go away, okay? And it's much more visible. I have one, the Mission Impossible watches from Casio. That one has amazing backlight, so I love the blue light. Let me talk about this. So this one is better built. I feel the chain is a bit different. It still pulls hair, but a little bit more flexible and comfortable. Exact same the features as the previous one, but I think the light is better and the better build quality with the chain and maybe the material. So this one is around $50, okay? So different countries, maybe different prices, but you know, it's not really that cheap. But I like this, the retro vintage look of it. It's amazing. I love every single detailing on this. And what else? Okay, and this one, it's material wise, I'll tell you one thing, more and more you wear it, the scratches will be here. This area is going to have scratches and it's not going to age well, but as long as you're wearing it, one thing you remember, the reliability, the battery, you don't have to worry about battery. These things, the battery, I think it lasts about 20 years or so. They say 11 years battery warranty, but battery wise, this is Casio on the strong points. And when I wear them with full commitment. Let's say I'm going to go out and I'm going to wear Casio, I would easily wear this. I wore it yesterday, felt great. Okay, and the best part, once again, for me, with alongside all the features, I don't use alarms, nothing, but alongside the looks is this, man. This one is that it's just beautiful. I love blue. Okay, so you can see at night is very good visibility. So illuminator wise and the build quality wise, this is the one I think is one of the best from the line. And it's a little bit big, so wears a little bit more, you know, it's have more presence on the wrist. It looks great, especially if you have smaller wrist. For people like you, it's, I think ladies can wear it as well, but it will look very professional, you know. So this is the second one, 168W. So number 3 is the biggest of them all so far, but there are also thousands of, you can say, flanker or similar to this line, much upgraded, the negative display, and then they have now Bluetooth one. They have so many limited edition ones, like very expensive, $200 also. So I don't have all those. I have only about 5 and I'm very happy with them. And these are the simple ones. So next one, let me show you, is this one. This is the bigger one. Okay, let me hold the first one, then you see the size difference. Okay, and let me tell you very quickly what is this model. This one was my second purchase from this line. This is called A168, simply. Okay, this is the golden one, and I'll tell you the story, but little bit size difference. Okay, this is maybe one size big. I do not know exactly the size or lug to lug width, all those things, but golden. And this thing can be considered as maybe you can say as a unisex watch. Maybe ladies would rock this better because golden or gold goes better with female. So this is actually also coming with beautiful light with blue light. Okay, and this one, as long as you hold, it stays, but moment you let it go, it goes away, right? But there's a story behind this. Okay, I randomly walk around sometimes to see official Casio watches, and one of my friends from fragrance community, who I know for 8 years now, from Mexico, I think his name is Alejandro. Okay, so this guy is a teacher, and this guy is very handsome, and he is my friend. You know, we don't talk that much, but I get inspired by him, his fragrance collection, and he has very good taste in perfumes, as well as he has great watch collection, and also he does wear Casios. So I saw him wearing a leather jacket and this, and you know, he's very handsome, like he has this model-like face. And I was looking for this watch. I saw this one fine day, and this one costed me, I think, around 45 or 50 or something like that. I overpaid, I guess, but the day I got it, I absolutely love wearing this. This one has so much more wrist presence. Okay, let me take this one off, and let me show you how this one looks. This one looks great. It has a little bit more presence on the wrist, and from the side, you know, people know this is a Casio, but golden always looks nice, and the color so far in 6-7 years didn't disappear. Okay, so this one, I think their build quality wise, Casio maintain a standard. Still nothing great. It's not like the most expensive or luxurious. This is a budget segment watch, but for the price, whatever they meant to do, they delivered. Okay, this one has, I think, water resistance. They don't mention how much, but usually normal one. They have light, what do you call, the alarm and all those things, illuminator, and then the stopwatch and all that. But if you pay close attention, since I wore it more, I told you, these sides, they start getting, you know, showing the age because of the scratches, and you cannot keep them, like by doing this, keep them clean. It's not possible. They have permanent markings. But great watch, great watch, unisex. I think it will look nicer on ladies, but you see, I wear it with full confidence. Great watch, and it's not too bling bling. I have one more very bling bling, but the next one, but this is my favorite watch. Okay, so this is 168, A168. So that's the third one. Number 4 is my most favorite from the line, most favorite, and this is the most premium so far. I paid about, I think, 85 around there, or 75, I don't remember. This is the bling bling. Okay, this is the icing on the cherry or the cake, you know, you can say. A159W GE. It's a long series. I can't remember these names. Okay, and this one, I was eyeballing this for many years, and I wore this the most in my whole journey. You've seen me doing reviews of fragrances wearing this a lot. And you can see here, this part, you see now it has a lot of scratches here, but the color didn't fade. It's just I wore it a lot, and obviously when you wear it more, it will have scratches, it will have friction and all that. But this one, only one thing I have complained is this light. This is such an expensive watch for $85. They still have that old green light at one side. Apart from that, it's great. And this one, the chain, even though looks same as the first ones or the second ones, they look the same, but they are not. This is much more softer. This is much more comfy. And this one fits so nicely. When I wear this, I remember watching a review of one guy. He was saying, I wanted to buy this watch because it's golden. And from far, when you are like, let's say, you're wearing this, it catches attention. It's shiny, and it does look like gold itself. It's not a gold, it's a golden watch. But the way they made this, man, take a look at the combination. Okay, black, the typical face, and with that golden, black and gold always look great. And this watch is my favorite, the most favorite. And this is A159WGE. Okay, it's worth paying the money for this. This one is a looker. I mean, people, when they wear it, you can wear this with a black leather jacket in winter, and you can imagine this, you're talking, and this one will immediately, even people wearing expensive watches, they look at this, and they will compliment you like, that's a nice watch, right? It is gorgeous. It has so much presence, and it's just wears so comfy. It's just a light watch. These are all lightweight. You don't feel like a burden wearing this or wrist hurting, right? This watch, the previous ones, I would say, like this one, I would say 8. Okay, the one that I bought yesterday, this one I'll give 9, but this is a 10 for me. Okay, so the first one was 7. Okay, so this is my most favorite. Before I finish, I have one more which is not my favorite, but just like a more modern. Okay, I think that one was released, they changed the shape a little bit. The last one is called simply 864OW, I think, like that. Okay, that's the serial number, and you can see the face is a little bit different, more modern and smoother. Okay, so they came like a long way from here. This is the old one, this is the newer one. This one I got maybe 5 years back. So this is a little bit bigger compared to the previous ones. Okay, you can see, and the shape of it, it's like smoothened. Okay, it's like bit oval shape at the side. I don't know what you call that side, but this used to be like a more of a square shape, and this is a little bit rounder, so it gives like a more smoother look. But I personally, I'll tell you, these ones, they look nice, but not as bold statement as the old ones. Okay, I like the old vintage style. This is more modern style. It's nice, it's really nice. It wears good, and it has good lighting. This one has orange lighting. Okay, and this one stays. This is one of the strong points of this watch. The previous ones did not stay. This one stays for about few seconds, 3 seconds. And this one is very, very nice. This is also unisex in my humble opinion. So when you wear it, it's nice. It's like professional. Let's say we're working in office, great. It's not a bling bling. It's not a style watch. It's not flashy. It's a simple, understated, subtle, and because of the nice smoothen side, it goes nicely with the wrist. It's not trying to be aggressive or trying to scream beg for attention, right? So in that way, it's great, and that illuminated the light is good, and it has exactly the same functions. The date, you'll see date, and then the time, 12-hour time, 24-hour format, as well as the seconds showing. It's a great watch. So this one is in the $40-$45 range, I think, as far as I remember. This one I'll give 8.5. It's nice, but my favorite remains, the golden one. This is the champion today. This is the A159WGE. And the last one is 864OW, right? So I have this 5. There are tons more out there from this line. And there is a Pac-Man edition I saw. This watch is like $200. And there are some negative display ones. I have few negative display watches. Negative display one, main problem with those are very difficult to see, and they look nice, but at visibility wise, it's difficult to see the time, one thing. Second thing, they're so much more expensive than the positive display. And the limited edition ones, they do have, as I told you, let's say this one, it costed me so much more money than this regular ones. This is actually inspired by this line. Okay, I think so. See the shape? Okay, kind of similar. But this, the watch, the chain and everything is much different. I think because of their different features, you know, the looks, the way they made it limitation, it's much more expensive, right? These are in the $100 range. So Casio does offer, let's put on something on the wrist. Let's put on my favorite watch. My favorite watch line is this little PRX inspired ones, right? So I have huge love for Casio. Let me do a conclusion. I have huge love for Casio. I don't even know how many I have. I have so many more. There's my G-Shock, the red one is my favorite. And then my very first watch was this one. They do have different range. They do have an Arabic dial one, which looks so expensive. It's beautiful as the Seiko one or the other ones, okay? Then I do have like Apple Watch type. I spent a lot on these watches. Maybe I bought, for a price of one decent watch, I bought 10, but they were not cheap. $150 up to the G-Shocks cost me something like 200 something dollars. They are not cheap in Bangladesh, right? In USA, the G-Shock standard will cost you $120. These are like in the $200 range here, right? So everything is expensive here. So I do feel, you know, I'm very happy with my watch collection, with the Casios that I have, and they do different things for me. They do have very different features, you know. I think there's a Patek or something's inspired, and I do have my Tiffany. I can show you all day. I'll show you one day my whole Casio collection, right? But Casio does offer great value. I do think they are great watchmakers, and they do make maybe inspired watches like from other brands and everything, but they do very good job, okay? So all in all, today this was the first 5 watches I wanted to show you, and I think they are not going to be everybody's taste, okay? Because they do have the budget vibe, okay? Because these are like when you see these, right, these do not look scream of luxury. These are something wear for vintage feel, sentiments, as well as a, you know, statement maker. Like you're wearing a watch like this, you know, people know why you're wearing this, right? It's just out of nostalgia and like the value for vintage style watches, and bring back memories. Maybe your father wore it, maybe you wore it as a child. So there you go. So Casio, great brand. I always stick to it, and I can afford it, because I tell you, I would rather spend, someone asked me, why don't you spend on like Rado or Rado, whatever that brand, and then, you know, the more expensive, buy one watch and that will make a statement. I'm like, which watch will give me this statement, okay? Or $150 odd, and on the wrist, you know, take a look at this. I'm just leaving it out there, you know, take a look at that, how gorgeous this looks, okay? How would you get a feel of this watch, okay, the golden one, in $150? Will anybody give you? I don't think so. Tiffany, you know, like the small ones, these on the wrist, you wear them, you know. I have one more, sorry, I have one more, which is the red one. Where is my red one at? I don't know. There's the yellow one, okay? These watches, you know, the red one is the most beautiful one. Let me pause. Yeah, in the process I took out some other watches. I was talking about this one, okay? This is the most favorite watch of mine, which when I wear it on the wrist, man, I'll tell you, this is actually expensive for what they are. There shouldn't be $150, but they are. But at this price range, you cannot get any better deal than this. You can see some of the brands, everything, but I stick to Casio. Some of the other ones, look, take a look at this. You know, I rather wear this over many other brands and everything. These are not super expensive, $80. Take a look at my other PRX inspired one. This is why I love Casio, man. Look at that dials. Who can make such a beautiful dial? You know, maybe the other brands I haven't explored yet, but Casios, you know, Casios, they are king, you know, budget king, right? So the price versus what they offer, and now they are going more brand value and more expensive, like G-Shocks and some of the other ones. So they do make expensive watches, right? So if you're a fan of Casio, please visit your nearest Casio showroom. I don't work for Casio, it's just my passion and hobby. In Bangladesh, I buy my Casios mostly from MS International. It's located at Naya Paltan, opposite to Polwell Mall, Chinatown Shopping Mall, level 1. They are the official distributor of Casio, Samsung, Q&Q, right? So another day, fine day, I will talk about my favorite watch, my daily drive, what this one does for me, big display, Navy Force, and then this beautiful piece that I bought yesterday. It's a very slim watch, right, with the mesh. I'll talk about this in another different episode. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very nice day. See you soon. Take care.